it's good. Okay, let's start with lesson number 20. Today is a holiday here in Argentina, so maybe the people thought that we don't have a lesson for today, but we actually do. So let's start. We are few. This may be quick, but I think it's good for you also because you have more time for yourself to play or to participate. Sorry. Okay, Diana, what are we going to talk about today? What is our lesson today?
Creo que está en silencio.
Ajá.
Porque veo que mueve la boca, pero creo que está en silencio.
Es verdad. Sí, es verdad. How often do you visit the doctor?
Okay, so today we are going to talk about health. Health and sickness. Okay. And would you like to read the objectives for today, Diana?
I will learn to talk about healthy habits. I will learn to give health advice.
Okay. Good. So we can give advice about many things. But health advice is something that we usually do because sometimes when you find somebody and you say, how are you? And he says, not so well, I'm feeling sick. Or my headache, or whatever. One always, the first reaction is to give them some medical advice. Even something that we learn from our grandfather or grandmother, or give it a special kind of tea or herb or something, exercise, put some cold, put something cold, whatever. So we are always giving advice about medical things. Okay, and then we also are going to talk about healthy habits. So what do you do to take care of your health? And healthy habit, maybe you go jogging, you have only healthy food, you go on a diet, whatever. So this is what we are going to do. And some lessons ago, I talked about the modal verbs. You know this modal verbs? We said we use some when we said, could you please do this for me? These orders in disguise. The polite form. I say it in Spanish. Estos verbos modales que les decimos, ¿no? Los habíamos visto en algún momento cuando hablamos de las órdenes disfrazadas. Cuando hablamos de la forma educada de pedir las cosas. Cuando decíamos, could you please go and buy whatever? Go and buy me a milk. Esta era una orden en disfraz y usábamos el could. Would you please read? Que es como siempre les pido que lean. ¿Sí? ¿Se acuerdan de esto? Ok.
Sí, sí.
Hoy tenemos otro de estos que es should. Should. ¿Cómo lo traducirían? Vamos a leer la primera frase. Vamos a leer esta frase. Uy. You are giving advice. You give advice to another person. And you use this phrase here. Can you read it, Mariela?
Okay. You should go to the doctor.
And how would you translate it?
The verb
Mhm.
come after show will always be in the past.
Okay, so, but I ask you, how would you translate this sentence? How would you say it in Spanish?
¿Deberías ir al doctor o
Exactamente. Deberías ir al doctor. Should, así, lo pronunciamos como nosotros, como así, como un should. ¿Mm? Mucho acento ahí. ¿Mm? You should go to the doctor. ¿Mm? Como bien dijiste, deberías ir al doctor. ¿Mm? And this is important, what you are reading. ¿Mm? Every time you use a modal verb, in this case, should, the verb comes always in the base form or the infinitive form. You should go. You should go. You should do. You should eat. Whatever. Always in infinitive. And it's when somebody, when we say this to somebody, we are using this kind of polite form in which we give our opinion for the best of the other person. Okay? I think you should. It's just advice. Advice, how would you translate this in Spanish?
Como una advertencia, como un aviso.
Not so. A warning should be an aviso. Consejo. You know that you can give an advice, and the other person can take this advice and do what you say, or just listen to you and say, no thanks, I'm fine. Huh? That's an advice, because you're not giving an order. You can say, if you have enough confidence or you know the person well, you can say, go to the doctor. You can say to your son, go to the doctor. Not your small son, but maybe your older son. You can say, go to the doctor. You can give an order. But if you don't know the person very well, or you just give an advice, you should go to the doctor. Okay? And when we give advice, we can say things in the positive way, that what you should do, but there are things that are not good for you. Okay? So it's a kind of a negative advice, an advice of not doing something. Okay? And in this case, we say, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. That is the short for you should not. Okay? This is the same. You should not. You shouldn't. Let's see if we get this. I'm a fat person. What should I do and why shouldn't I do? Why? How can you advise me?
You should eat so much junk food.
Eat so much? Sorry?
You should not eat so much junk food.
Junk food, okay.
El ejemplo de al lado como
Yes. Ah, here it is. I won't write it.
Okay.
You shouldn't, or you should not eat so much junk food. Junk, you know what junk is? Junk is what you discard. Like, for example, you crash your car, your automobile, you crash it, and it's not longer useful. And then you dump it like junk. Or anything that is broken, you can discard it in a junk yard. And when we talk about food, junk food, we use the same word for this in Spanish. How will you say it in Spanish?
Chatarra, como
Chatarra. Junk es chatarra. Cuando se destruye el auto, lo tiramos, va a un tiradero y como chatarra, ¿no? Por lo general de metal se usa.
Sí.
Junk food es comida chatarra. No vamos a dar marcas, no vamos a decir nada, porque uno siempre asocia marcas con la comida chatarra. Pero estamos en YouTube, no se olviden. No queremos que nos baneen. Entonces, igual, no nos ve nadie, pero bueno, no importa. En el caso de que alguien nos vea, we shouldn't say so. Okay. Okay, and that's what I shouldn't do. But what should I do? What should I do? A positive advice. If I'm fat, I should.
You should make exercise.
I should. That's right. Great. Perfect. Yes. Okay. And we can give more other we can give advice in other forms. It's not always that you should, you shouldn't. And notice this. Every time a mother or a grandmother says you should, it tends to use this finger like this. You should. You should. My grandmother used to do this. She said, you should put more clothes on you. It's cold. You're getting sick. Always like this. My grandmother was always like this. And then my mother, and I think that, yeah, it's when you reach certain age, you just have your finger like this, and you start talking like you should. Okay, but you can say also you need to. You need to, and that's our opinion, because we are saying that we know what you need. I know what you need, and I'm telling you, you need to sleep more. Okay, that's another way to give advice. And this is even more polite or more decorated. I think you should, or the doctor said you should. Okay, you're giving more speech resources to this, so you are talking more how to say, elaborate in a more elaborate way. Okay, perfect. So now we know these four forms of giving advice or medical advice. Yeah, we say you should, you shouldn't, you need to, I think you should, whatever. And we can use some verbs that are related to health. Let's read them. Diana, would you read the verbs?
Yes. Rest, exercise, go to the doctor, put hair on it, ¿Qué significaría esa frase?
Put heat on it. Heat is something, you know, let me give you an image and you will know what I'm,
Poner
what we
algo
are
con
talking
calor.
about. Yes. Mhm. When you use some of these, you know, these heating pads, no? A heating pad. It's something that you plug in and you can receive some heat. And it is also this one. You can also use this one. It's more old tech, huh? It's low tech. You put warm water there, and then you put heat on it. Oh, somebody.
Okay, okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
And you can always use one of these. Look at this. If you're sick and you need to put heat on this, you can use one of these. Huh? These are warm and they purr. Look at this. You can always use one of these to heat your belly or something. Huh? She's my supervisor, so she's checking that I'm teaching you well. Okay. Then we can say take some medicine, take some pills, take whatever. Ice it. Ice it. What do you say? What is this?
Ice como hielo.
Yes.
O poner algo frío.
Yeah. You can say put some ice on it. Yeah.
Ujú.
Yeah. And wrap it. What is wrap?
Envolver.
Yes. Yes. When you have a wound, you wrap it. Okay. Let's see. Other words. Hello, Laura. How are you doing today?
Bien, bien.
Good. We are talking about health. Talking about going to the doctor and whatever. So we're just starting. Would you like to read this vocabulary here, Laura?
Other words.
Mhm.
Swollen, red, rosy, sprained, gain weight, tired, exhausted.
Okay. Do you know all these words? Or
No, la primera no sé, lo único que sé es exhausto, creo que es exhausto, puede ser o no.
you are so tired. You are more than tired. You're exhausted.
Okay.
You have no more energy left. So these are related. Swollen is like this. Huh? I have this foot here. This is feet, sorry. Foot. Let me show you. Have you been pregnant? Do you have kids? Yeah? When you were pregnant, you retained a lot of liquids. Most of women do. Huh? And when you touch this foot here, this foot is swollen. This is normal. This is swollen. Okay? How will you say it in Spanish?
Hinchado.
Hinchado.
¿Cómo se pronuncia? Slow.
Swollen.
¿Cómo?
Swollen.
Swollen.
But with no sbo, como I'm not actually I don't know if I'm mixing some German there. Swollen. I don't know. I will check it and give it you I will find it and send it into through the WhatsApp group. Okay, to the WhatsApp. Red. When something is red, you can it may be red because of many reasons. You had a burn, you slap it, you got a hit. You may have been exposed to the sun, you got red. Okay, maybe some insect bite you, and it becomes red. Okay, bruised. What is bruised? Do you know what bruise is? No? Okay, I show you. So let's say that you're playing football or you're making sports, and you get a hit, yeah? And your leg or wherever you get a hit, get bruised. How will you say it in our Spanish? Un moretón. En algunos lados le dicen un morado. ¿Qué otra forma hay de decirle esto?
Hematoma.
Ese es el tema, la forma médica, ¿no? Un hematoma. Exactamente. In sprained, what is sprained?
El traductor dice como 15.
Yes. Normally, let's say one common place to get a sprain is a sprained ankle. What is an ankle? It's what you have on your foot, yeah? This articulation, so you get it sprained. And sometimes when you get your ankle sprained, you get a bruise also. And yeah, I have a lot of medical images here, but let's take the less medical possible. Yeah, this one, like this. Yeah. You got a sprained ankle. Great. There is a lot more, yeah, but we are not going to be doctors here because of this. But there is a lot. And you know, I added this here. Are you in anyhow related to medicine? Laura, do you study medicine or something? Have you studied? No. I thought one of you did, but I don't know. I thought it was you, Laura. Or any of you is a nurse?
Mi esposo es médico, pero ahora no.
Okay. Okay. I thought that you were the one. I don't know why, but somehow I knew one of you were related to medicine, but yeah. Okay, but you know, in medicine, we learned that the best way to be healthy is preventive medicine. It's the best way to be healthy is not to get sick. Yeah, like you know, not to get sick. You live a healthy life, and then you don't need to visit the doctor so much. It's better to prevent than to cure. Do you know this phrase? It is better to prevent than to cure. Es mejor prevenir que curar. Y hay otra frase que es mejor pedir perdón que permiso, pero esa no aplica hoy. ¿Sí? Esa es otra, para otra cosa. And this is what we learn in the church, when we talk about the word of wisdom. It's giving us preventive medicine advice. It says that you should exercise, that you should have a good what kind of food you should eat and what you shouldn't, etc., etc., etc. No? So if you go to Doctrine and Covenants 89, you can read the word of wisdom, that should be a good homework. Yeah? Go to the scriptures in English and look for medical advice after our lesson. Hmm? Okay, did you get it? What I said? La tarea es ir a Doctrina y Convenio 89, busca las escrituras en inglés, las encuentra en la página o en cualquier lugar, ¿sí? O en la aplicación. Y fíjense dónde están estos consejos. ¿Mm? Can you say in English some of them that you remember? So just not read it, but that you remember. Do you remember some, or maybe not? It's okay.
¿Hay que leerlas? O...
No, I'm asking you if you remember some of the medical or some of the advices that this section give us. Do you remember some?
La palabra sabiduría.
Yes. Do you remember some particular advices present there?
No smoke.
No,
We shouldn't
no
smoke.
drink.
Sorry?
No drink.
No.
Bebidas calientes o fuertes.
Yes, we should avoid warm drinks. Mhm. And alcohol also. There is another one related to the meat consumption. What does it say? Is meat forbidden from our diet?
O sea que las carnes rojas consumamos en invierno, o sea, las carnes en sí, dice, creo que.
Mhm. It says that we shouldn't eat much meat or too much meat. And if we do, it is better to keep it for the winter. Hmm? Why? Have you ever thought about this? Why in winter? I mean, if it's summer, it's better to go outside, make a barbecue, and have a lot of meat. We are in Argentina, we eat a lot of meat, or we used to at least, but we could pay it. But but why do you think that this is the reason?
La carne que tiene mucha testosterona, creo que eso también impacta en nuestra carácter, nuestra personalidad, nuestras hormonas. Pienso que por eso, no sé, por qué más, o las calorías que tiene, no sé.
Yeah, I was thinking of more than more practical explanation. Let's see. When was Doctrine and Covenant 89 written or given or revealed? When was this? Do you know? When was it given? According to this site, it was written in 1833. Yeah, 1833. This is a picture of the manuscript or the notes taken by Joseph Smith. Okay, so 1883. There were supermarkets all over the place, right? No, there were not supermarkets in 1883. Yeah, so they were farmers, and in summer you have a lot of crops. In summer you can take a lot of vegetables. There are plenty of food coming out of the land, the soil, and you have fresh vegetables, but not in winter. In winter you have less things coming there, and then you can keep food preserved on your animals. So that's why you keep the animals to the winter. And also because of the preservation. If you kill a cow or whatever in summer, there were no fridges, there were no freezers. So when you sacrifice the animal, you have to eat it as fast as you can, because if not, it gets rotten. But in winter, meat is refrigerated. We are talking about 1833. And there was a lot of things that you can now know, because on that time, there were a few things known about food preservation, about food microbiology, about medicine. Come on, people didn't know that smoking was bad even until late this century or last century. So it's really important to keep these advices. Okay, let's move on. Let's continue. Let's play with some conversations. And now it's your turn. We have Mariela, Diana, and Laura. We have you here. And let's play like this. Let's do the conversation 1 with you and you. Okay. And then we do conversation B with Laura and somebody else. Okay. Okay, your turn.
Hey, Lisa. How are you today?
Okay, I guess, but honestly, I feel really tired. I feel really tired yesterday too.
Oh, that's not good. Do you feel sick?
I don't know. I didn't sleep very well last night.
If you are not feeling well, you should go home and get some rest.
Okay, let's mark down, or let's highlight where the advice is. Let's highlight the advice. First, where is what? Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Zoom was making weird things. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, okay. Sorry. I don't know what happened with Zoom. Okay. So let's highlight the advices. Sorry. Where is the advice? Daniela?
You should go
Sleep
home.
very.
Yeah. And get some rest. Look at this. We said that after we say you should, the verbs or verbs should be in infinitive. Go and get some rest. Get some rest. Great. Where is where are the parts where Diana talked about her health issues, or how was she feeling? Let's highlight those. ¿En qué parte habla Diana de su estado de salud? ¿Cómo se siente?
Feel really tired.
Yes, I feel really tired. Perfect. And
I don't sleep very well.
yes,
I didn't.
sleep very well. Yeah, last night. So this is the past form, no, or the past tense. And also here, I felt really tired yesterday too. Yeah. So we are talking about the past. This is present, this is past. Great. And sometimes we will find 3 different words that we in Spanish have some, but we always use one. We may find ill, sick, and or illness, sickness, and disease in English. They are not the same. So when you're ill in English, when you say ill, like this, it means that you're not okay, but it's not so terrible. It's not so terrible. So you may stay home, not going to work, but you may not need a doctor for this. If you rest or if you do something, if you wait, it will go away alone. Okay? So this is when you feel ill. In Spanish, we have this. Some like women used to have this when they are on their period. It's something that you don't need a doctor. You know that it's going to happen. And if you wait, it will go. Okay? Now, sick, on the other hand, sick is when you're when you have a sickness. That is, in Spanish, we said enfermedad. And we use the same word for also disease. So they have 2 different. A disease like this is when you're describing a medical condition. And when you get this, you can say, I'm sick. I have this, this is a sickness, like something that is going to happen or something like this. And a disease is maybe a condition that is not going to end, because it can be a terminal disease, it can be a chronic disease. There is a lot of terminology here that is not always the same. But we, in Spanish, are not complicated about this. We should say enfermedad, okay? But they use different words because, they are more technical, I guess. Okay? But anyway. Okay, let's play the second dialogue and let's do like this. Let's say, Laura, you are this, and Diana, you are B. Okay?
Hey, John, is something wrong?
Yeah, I have a headache. Started feel sick this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that. You probably should be at work. You need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. And look at the different advice here. What is the advice? Let's highlight it again.
Probably.
This, you probably shouldn't be at work. It's kind of, comes together with the second part or with the next sentence. They say, you need to go to the doctor. It's all together. You shouldn't do this, but you should do this. 2 kind of advices. And what is the condition? Where is John describing how he's feeling? Or Laura, sorry, Diana. What is the problem here? What is the condition? Headache. Okay. Headache. This ache ache, it's a ending that we can use on any part of the body, and we are marking that it, yeah, we have pain in that place. Headache, dolor de cabeza. Stomach ache, ¿no? Dolor de estómago o de panza, como decimos acá. Toothache, ¿no? Tooth. That's one of the more terrible pains. You know why tooth always ache in the night, during the night? No? Do you know why? If you have a toothache, it will be more likely to be during the night. Why? No? Because dentists usually work in the morning, during the day. Okay, I say it in Spanish. ¿Por qué las de las muelas duelen de noche? Porque los dentistas trabajan de día. ¿Sí? Si fuera al revés, si los dentistas atendieran de noche, las muelas dolerían de día. Obvio. Okay. We can say this word ache, headache, stomachache, whatever. Or if we have pain, pain is translated to, how you say pain in Spanish? No?
Dolor.
Dolor. Dolor. This is the same. In Spanish we say dolor. Dolor de cabeza, dolor de muscular, dolor, lo que fuera, dolor. Para nosotros duele, punto. De hecho es muy interesante en medicina cómo se mide el dolor, porque es algo muy subjetivo, ¿o no? Ahí los puedes estar pinchando con una aguja y a otra persona se desmaya del dolor, no puede soportar. ¿Cómo se mide el dolor? Bueno, hay escalas, hay cosas, es muy interesante cómo funciona el dolor. Ok. Let's see. Let's make this activity. Here we have some conditions. And here we have some incomplete advice. But yeah, but it's incomplete, so we should complete them. Yeah, we should complete them. So let's play like this. We are going to use this order always like this. For example, Mariela, you are the first one. You are going to read the first sentence. So Mariela, you read here. Then Diana, you're the next one. You complete this. Okay? You read this, complete it. And then Diana, again, you read the next. And then Laura, you do this, and then read this. Okay? You get it? Yeah? And so on and so on. And so we are going to cycle like this. Yeah? Okay, Diana, start with this. Sorry, Mariela, start reading this, and Diana, you have to answer.
I broke my leg.
You shouldn't play sport.
Okay. You shouldn't play sport. Perfect.
I have a fever.
Lau.
You how you should go to work today.
She had a fever. Do you know what a fever is?
Sí, fiebre, fiebre.
Uh-huh. And you said this?
Sí.
Yeah.
No, depende. Tiene 36.
If she goes to work with fever, you
Sí.
shouldn't. Okay. It is more likely that she cannot go in because now we all have these thermometers. Huh? You measure your.
Que se vaya igual.
Okay, that's how viruses spread, but that's how you take a country forward. You move a country forward. It's just you feel bad. Okay, just go to work. Do your yeah. Actually, what you said is self-medication. No, self-medication. It's an issue because you may have. You may be hiding symptoms. Huh? I say, I feel some, and I take medicine and then go to work. And then it's worse. Okay. Okay. Then Lau, you read this one.
I have a headache.
Mhm.
You should take some medicine.
Yes. Mhm. Mariela.
Sick.
You shouldn't come to the party.
Yes.
I feel lightheaded.
What is
¿Qué es?
this? Light-headed. What is this?
Algo liviano, pero en
Ajá.
la cabeza, no sé.
Ajá.
Algo liviano en la cabeza me suena, pero no sé
Yes.
qué es.
And so, have you ever felt this sensation when you crouch, when you go down, and then you go up suddenly?
¿Mareado?
Yeah, mareado is not the best translation, but yeah. Let's see, it's like, yeah, mareado. You may be dizzy, yeah, but it's like there is a lot of things. It's like you cannot focus, you cannot see well, you cannot do a lot of things. Like you are, you're not
¿Confusión?
there.
¿Como vértigo? Oh.
Yeah, el vértigo. Look at this. This is vertigo. You are kind of this. Come on. This you cannot see well, maybe in the side, on the sides. Huh? It's okay. Vértigo podría ser. Podría ser también como mareado, podría ser. Hay un montón de cosas, ¿no? Pero son como muy médicas, ¿no? Pero estas serían algunas de esas cosas que estamos hablando, ¿sí? Lightheaded es como eso, así como, no me siento bien, estoy como confundido, estoy como, ¿sí? Ok. ¿Dónde estábamos? ¿O con quién estábamos escribiendo?
Yo recién leí el 5.
Ok. Who should? Lau.
You should rest until you feel better.
Okay. And now here?
I feel really tired.
You should take a nap.
Yes. Perfect. So it's kind
En
of
el norte tomamos
automatic.
muchas siestas.
Okay. That's preventive medicine. Huh? You are preventing tiredness. It's an epidemic there, so it's okay that you go and prevent these things. Actually, here it's not very common to take a nap after But I think there, maybe in summer, it's hotter. You cannot do actually things with so much heat, huh? That's why, I guess. It's so hot that you don't want to do anything. Then you go and take an afternoon nap. No? How much time do you sleep normally in a nap every day?
Eh, one, eh, 2,
1 to 2 hours, even on working days.
Por ejemplo, yo entro a trabajar a las 6 de la mañana y trabajo hasta las 1. Entonces, como 3 o 4 de la tarde es siesta acá.
And then you
En la-
go back to work.
Sí, nosotros acá trabajamos, ese es el horario, de 6 de la mañana a 1 o 2 de la tarde. Todos los organismos o trabajos generalmente cortan a la siesta, privados
Yeah.
o públicos.
Okay. So I know that if you go to, on any city or town in the north on the afternoon, you cannot find anywhere, any place, any business open, just to have a snack or something. Everything is closed because of the siesta, the nap. I think that you should live. Your life expectancy is higher, because you are more relaxed after that. You know that it's recommended to take a nap of 20 minutes after your lunch. Then you go with more energy to work. But just 10 to 20 minutes. I don't know how to sleep 20 minutes. It's impossible. But
Lo ideal.
they say that it's possible. I don't believe that. I normally take naps. I used to take naps before having kids. Sundays, on Sundays. So if after lunch, you go to your bed, you say, hi, my name is David. Hello, bed. How are you? I'm going to lie on you until I wake up. And then you open your eyes, it's night, and you don't know if you should go to work. You don't know how did you get there? What's your name? That's a good nap. When you wake up and you don't know nothing about where you are, who you are, what happened there, that's a nap. There is no time limit. You just wake up when you want. Yeah. It's dinner time. Should I have a breakfast? What? Yeah, this is a nap for me. My definition of nap. And it used to be on Sundays, but not anymore. When you have kids, they don't take naps. Okay, let's move on so we can close. Yeah. This is, I put this, I talk about the disease, sickness, and illness. I took this for these definitions. Yeah. You can read it later. And I took those some of these for the vocabulary now that we can use the next lesson. We can use eye, tooth, lung, liver, skin. These are words that we may use, just basic anatomy. But these are some. Okay. So today we learned how to talk about our medical condition. So how do we feel? And we learn how to give some advice, basic advice. Next lesson, we are going to keep talking about health and sickness, but not to another person, but to a doctor. Yes, because when you go to a doctor, you need to describe your symptoms. but in a really detailed way, because he or she must know what is going on with you. Hmm? And it's not the same when a friend or when some random people you meet, you say, I feel lightheaded. And so you go to rest. No, 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 no. Oh, or you should go to rest. You can give some advice to other people. But when you're a doctor, you don't give advice. Or maybe sometimes you do. But if you want to be cured, you need to take orders from a doctor. What a doctor says is an order. Do this, okay? And that's what we are going to learn next lesson. So we are going to keep talking about our healthy status. So how do we feel? But we are also going to know or learn about the imperative. That we somehow talked about this when we say the polite way to do things. Doctors give orders. Okay. Any questions from today's lesson? No? Okay, so let's close the recording here. See you next week for the people watching on YouTube.